As a leader, how often do you celebrate when someone says something different than you were going to say? Compared to perhaps how often you celebrate when someone says the same thing you were going to say. Picture it. You're in a meeting with you and all of your direct reports, your department, your team. Reflect and consider how many times in those meetings do you respond with, I agree, that's what I thought, that's what I was going to say, compared to how often you respond with, what a great idea, I never thought of it, I didn't look at it that way before, thank you for sharing that unique perspective. It's important for us as leaders to keep track. Why? Because our response in these situations indicates psychological safety and our willingness to create an environment of psychological safety. Authenticity is a very key pillar for trust to exist, and trust must exist for psychological safety to exist. So as a leader, we have to learn to celebrate openly when people say things differently than we do, allowing them to show up authentically, because trust exists, because psychological safety is important. If we notice within our culture that people don't speak up, we have to be asking ourselves as leaders, why are people not speaking up? And the answer will always be they don't feel psychologically safe, which means trust does not exist, which means people feel unable to be authentic because there's too much risk. There's too much risk to being harmed in one way or another for saying something different than other people are saying. And authenticity is a combination of 6 emotional intelligence skills working together with synergy, self-actualization, reality testing, self-regard, emotional self-awareness, social responsibility, and independence. And when we can learn how to be proficient in these emotional intelligence skills, then we can learn to be authentic, which creates trust and psychological safety.